All right, so this was just delivered from UPS literally about 2 minutes ago. This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. This is the brand new 2025 edition. Looking around the box, right down there, it just says 47mm LTE 2025. Got your codes on the bottom and the back. LTE, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS 2025, and really nothing else important on that. So let's go ahead and peel these. I like that everyone uses these little pull tabs now. They're so much easier to open and check for tampering. And come on, there it goes. And there is our first look inside the box. So it's got a giant white box here. Nothing on top, bottom, back. So it's just a plain white box with image on the front. And you peel this. Then you peel this. We've got... well, they're all a little bit tight today. There we go. So you've got the watch itself. Got this little box inside a box inside a box. And this has looks like our charging system. So there is our Type C to Samsung's wireless charge puck. That's it in there. And feels like something else inside here. Just paperwork, that's it. Okay, so just the paperwork. And then in the bottom half was one more package. And there we go. So we slide this out. We see the image matches the product. Fighting with every object here. All right, so we've got that. This actually feels like a very nice, flexible plastic, rubber. It's got the unique connecting system, so we're going to try that real quick here. Am I doing it the wrong way? There it goes. Just got to be a little more forceful with it. And then this top one. There we go. That's what it looks like on the strap. So let me start to power this up. I'll clean up all this mess. And then we'll go through the setup of the watch and pairing it with a Samsung phone. Be right back. All right, so we're back here. It did power up and popped up here to start connecting. So we're going to wake the Fold 7 and immediately it pops up here saying, would you like to connect? So ignoring the crazy wobble, we're going to try and hit the little buttons on the screen. Don't know if you could hear that in the background. They're both vibrating in an interesting pattern. Now it's downloading some software. And today we're recording this on an iPhone 16 Pro, just so you can tell what the quality of the image is. So for your review, we've got that guy, we've got that guy, and a couple of optionals. Let's put a finger down so it stops wobbling. Turn off all the optionals, only go with what is required. We're going to agree to allow it access to those things in the system. All right, so it finally has gone to the next screen. So it's asking if I'd like to use Gemini as my personal AI assistant. This is going to actually be on the phone itself, or on the watch itself, not just the phone. So we'll say next. Sorry, holding this above the camera just so I can actually read it and make sure it doesn't keep popping up your private information. So there's telling you about how to use the Hey Google hot word. And it pops up on the phone. Here you can get it to learn your voice. I've already got that set up. And now it's asking if I'd like to select any of these apps. So it's got a few that are installed on other devices and play top picks. Yeah, I think I'll use the majority of these. I don't really do the wallet thing, but I'll leave it on there. Automatic watch backup. Checking for anything there. I do not want to restore from an old one, so we'll set it up as new. I'll do the other stuff later. Quite a lot of screens here. Setting up mobile plan. This is an LTE device, so you can actually get cellular service on here. Now I know I saw Best Buy has a special promotion that if you buy it through Best Buy, they give you 2 years of Google Fi. I got it directly from Samsung, so I don't get that. And we're definitely going to have to edit this page because it does show some personal information, but I am not going to add that to the T-Mobile. I'm going to add that to my US mobile plans here in a moment. So the watch just vibrated again, and now it says you're all set. So let's take a quick look through this app and adjust the camera just a little bit here. Sorry for my fingers in there. So we've got monitor your health. I can address that later. And there's actually not a lot of options here. So let's go under watch settings. Let's see if I can put that under there. There we go. That'll keep it steadier. If that's a word, steadier. But we've got the modes of routines that comes just like any other Samsung watch or phone. Here it's asking me if I'd like to do the tour. Here you can set up all your rings and vibrates, whatever notifications you would like sent. Here's your display information for the watch. There's your timeout options. Battery information here. Buttons and gestures. So this orange one here in the middle is going to be your action button. So you can set that to do a couple of things there. Actually might set it for a voice recorder. That's kind of cool. Double press home. You can have it set to go to a good number of apps. Long press goes to, right now it says Google Digital Assistant or Bixby if you'd like, or it goes to Power Menu. You could do shake, knock, knock, a couple of things there. Here's your health settings. Period prediction with skin temperature for the ladies there. Inactive time, so when you do not want it to track when you're being lazy and sitting around. There's your wallet. We're not going to go into that right now, but so now it's asking if I'd like to install the wallet plugin. So I'm just going to skip that continue on here. Let's see, we've got medical information, emergency contacts, SOS, and hard fall detection. That's cool. Good number of options here. So you've got the advanced features, disconnect alerts. I guess it has its own now bar. So you can see right there, it brings up that little window like the phone does right at the bottom. The apps that are installed on the watch, featured apps. And just want to do a quick walkthrough on the watch itself. We went through all the settings of the Samsung Wear app, but we didn't really look at the watch itself. So let's go ahead and see. Let's turn that stuff off. So there is your default watch face. Swiping down goes to your quick toggles. You've got, looks like 3 pages of toggles there. You can add more or remove them. So there's apparently 2 more over on the 4th page that are not set up. And then whatever you want to remove. So I'm going to remove a couple of those. And that looks good for now. So then when you scroll left or right, you get these widgets. Oh. Running coach. Got your weather, events. You can connect your Samsung earbuds. And actually just noticed that's got the battery for the phone and the watch. That's actually pretty cool. ECG feature. Add more tiles if you'd like. And apparently that just goes to an end. It doesn't circle back around. So let's see, this side's got tips, some activity information, and it looks like your notifications. So we'll go back to the middle. If I swipe up, you've got your app drawer. I don't know if that little thing on the top does anything or if that's, so 2 backgrounds, okay. How do I proceed? Push the button. Maybe. Yeah. So pressing that button does go to the shortcut that I set up. But anyway, moving on. We've got a couple of apps here pre-installed. So you've got some weather, Bixby, calendar, your wallet, alarm, timer. Looks like Samsung Smart Things, Buds, music player. You've got Outlook, recorder, tasks, calculator. There's Gemini. I saw messaging up top. There's Google Maps, Samsung Health, your phone and contacts. And if I go to the bottom, set view. So you can pause and read that if you'd like. You can change it to a list. So we swipe back and now you can actually see them by name in alphabetical order. I prefer this over the grid view, but everyone's different. So make sure that you set that up right here at the very bottom to how you prefer. And let's see, did I see a settings here? Right there. So we can see we have Wi-Fi, mobile networks auto. There's your modes and routines, sounds vibrate, notifications, display. So it looks like all the same things that we saw in the app, you can do here as well. Your advanced features, care. And then if we go in general, what's here? There's your touch bezel. Not really sure how to do that. Quick replies. Orientation, so we saw when you were setting it up, it'll ask you which wrist and what side are the buttons on, so you can change that right here if you did not do that then, or if down the road you wish to change how you wear it. Transfer it to a new watch, or a new phone, I mean. So we've got quite a bit of settings in here. All right, and this is just a quick look at how thick the Ultra is with the Fold 7. So I'm just kind of pushing down the band because it does make it arc up a little bit. But putting it down, you can see it's just about the same thickness as the Fold 7. So if I can possibly do this with one hand, it is a little bit thicker, but it is almost the same. Hopefully you can get an idea there. This is the Amazfit Balance 2, so you can see how thick that is compared to this little chonker here. So we've got Beefcake and Beefcake 2, but the Ultra is definitely much thicker. And surprisingly, the Balance 2 has a much longer battery life. And let me hit pause. I'll get that on my wrist. All right, and there it is on the wrist, the band. How thick it is standing off my wrist. I guess it wants to bring up the weather for us, but that's what it looks like when worn. All right, so I'm gonna get this all set up for my use and mess around with it. If there's anything that you guys would specifically like me to check out to report back on, definitely let me know in the comments. I'll try my best to test that and give you the feedback. And I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you in the next video.